Alright, we're going to do a wall fish. First thing to a wall fish is make sure that you don't hit a stud once you start cutting in the wall. Most studs are 16 inches apart. So obviously there's a stud on both sides. There's probably another stud somewhere in here. So right in here is where we're going to put our wall plate. We've already looked upstairs and made sure that we can get to this spot. It's called a mud plate. If you don't have one, you can just drill a little hole right here, pull the wire through. It'll work just as good, but a professional job, you need to use a mud plate. Just gonna draw it out. Make sure it's uniform, straight, not crooked. It should be good right there, as long as it's not a plastered wall. Plaster, you're gonna have a lot more problems. That's the thickest wall ever. That's an inch drywall. Not normal. Sometimes this won't fit exactly right. So you just saw a little more off. Alright, it's going to fit, but don't put your mud plate on until you get your wire to come through. Then you put it on. Power. Alright, now we're going to go into the attic. And we're going to be looking for the power line going down in this wall. Alright, now we're in the attic. As you can tell, if you don't know what you're doing, pretty much not gonna know where this line is. But since we're looking for the electricity line, we'll look for electricity line, which there's one right there. Hopefully it goes where we need it. Okay, we're in the attic. There's an electricity line here. There's electricity line there. If I was to guess, this electricity line is probably going to the light switch because it goes to the center of the room. Probably controls the light. This one is probably looped from the other electric outlets. I would say this is the one. When you look down at the ceiling, you'll see drywall and you see a top plate. Top plate, if we drill center of the top plate, will go in the center of the wall. Let's see if we can do this. Alright, now we got our hole all the way through. And we have our line from outside right there. Because you always want a home ran outlet. If you're going to run a new line for a wall fish, run a whole new line. So what we did is we ran from the house box through the ductwork, up through the ductwork, and we push it in right there. Now I can grab that line, I can shove it in this hole, connect it up to the wall plate, and that's our wall fish. Now up in the attic, I was talking about your electricity and your light switch. Okay. Now once I drilled that hole, I could see a little bit of light. It wasn't a lot of light, but there's a little bit of light. So I knew I hit that spot. So don't be tricked and put it on the left side of the wall plate And then when you drill upstairs, you think it's on the left side of the wall plate, but really it's on the electric outlet. So you're going to be in a completely different spot. Make sure you use your common sense before you drill holes. Imagine that this is your house and that's somebody else's. Alright, once you shove the wire down from the ceiling inside the wall, you come in, reach inside the hole, find the wire, boom, there's the wire. Alright, take your mud plate, slide it through the mud plate. Mud plate should bend around the drywall. That will hold it in place. Put your end on the wire. Wall plate. Shove the excess back in there. And that's your home ran wall fish. If you have any questions, call Mike.